Hello, welcome to the Powering Through YouTube channel. I'm William Wayland, strength and conditioning coach, and I'm here to talk to you building on something I talked about last time, which was about warm-up. Well, opposite to the warm-up obviously is the warm-down post-workout recovery routine. And post-workout recovery routine is often almost universally ignored. You ask people what their post-workout routine is, they generally have nothing. And it's just because people are tired, they'll put down the bar and they'll just leave the gym and not put any thought into what's the best way to facilitate my recovery after I finish training, because there are a number of things we can do to help speed recovery and bring along recovery, which is where we ultimately build our strength post-training. So we have to come down from the training, we have to do something. So there are 4 really easy things you can do. Even if you just do one of these things, that's better than doing nothing, okay? So our post-workout recovery flow goes something like this. We generally have some sort of assist with the mechanical removal of waste products, and generally this involves getting upside down, so we use gravity to help pull blood out of the legs. We generally use this after a heavy squat workout. After that, we can look at addressing length-tension relationship. Especially when you're training in a way that's very anterior dominant, we can look at doing things to open up the hip flexors, open up the chest and shoulders. These are the 2 general isometrics or stretch type movements we'll do after a training session. After that, we can look at things like decompressing the spine, particularly useful if you've just done a heavy squat or deadlift session. This can be done a number of different ways. We'll go over those in a little bit. And then finally, and this is probably the most important one, if you take anything away from this video, it'll be this one. It's re-establishing parasympathetic dominance. And I've spoken about this in the past. You may remember that I did a video talking about breathing and diaphragmatic breathing in particular, and the drills you can do to help facilitate. Well, we'll address that again today, because there are different things you can do in regards to that. So starting off with the first one, the first thing I'll get people to do is to do something that helps with mechanical removal of waste products, particularly in the legs. So if you've done a heavy sprint workout or a heavy leg workout, what we'll do is we'll do something called wall shakes, and all we do is come over to empty space against the wall. Easiest way to do this is to come close, bring your butt up close to the wall, swing the legs over, pop the legs out to about 30 degrees, and then from here, I'll just go toes in and out, just there. And what I'm doing is getting gravity to help drain the legs of blood, and just move my legs in and out, helps open up the hips a little bit, just through there. You can do this for up to a minute, maybe even longer. After that, we'll come through and we'll look at the next part, the next thing on the list, which is looking to readdress length-tension relationships. After I do a heavy bench session or a heavy squat session, generally my chest and my hip flexors are really, really tight, so I need to do something to help re-establish the length again. Otherwise, I wake up the next day and I'm all bent over, my chest and pecs are tight, so I have to do something to help deal with that. So what we can do, we'll generally do 2 isometrics, one of which is a simple split isometric, so we just go into split squat position, drop in, looking for 90-90, and I'll sit into this position here, just hold the position, good stretch on the front of the hip, just hold that position for up to a minute, 40 seconds, do the same thing on the other side. The other one I really like is we'll do push-up isometric, so just drop in and stretch on the chest, and then just wait in this position and just let your chest sink a little bit. Obviously I don't want to touch the floor, and just relax into the position, make sure I breathe, and just let that stretch occur across the chest. So, third thing on the list is decompression of the spine. There are 2 main ways to do this. If you've got a GHR bench, you can just hang off the end of it, and stay there for a minute or so, maybe a little bit longer, and that will help decompress the spine. The other one I like is find some space on your rig, come over, some space on the rig, and all you're looking to do from there is just grab on and just go into a dead hang, and that will decompress the spine, okay? Just there, real simple. And then the last one, which is re-establishing that parasympathetic dominance. I've spoken about this before. Deep breathing drills, diaphragmatic breathing is really good from taking us from that very sympathetic fight or flight response state, which we encourage by lifting, okay? But we need to then, to help encourage recovery, decrease levels of cortisol, we need to look at then re-establishing parasympathetic dominance. So 2 ways we can do this. You may remember the shoe drill, here and here, breathing in and out. That's really, really good way for beginners to start. Drill I really like that allows you to take once you're good at parasympathetic establishing that dominance, once you get used to doing that deep breathing drill with the shoes, you can then look to do it on a box. And the easiest way to do this is come to a box, come up over, and just there. And because I'm lying down, my hips are tilted back, this actually allows for a much bigger diaphragmatic breath. So I just do the same thing, use my hands or I can use the shoes, and just take that big breath, play some classical music or some easy listening or something like that to help as well, because that also has a big effect. If you've got music pounding away, especially stuff that's high tempo, that encourages that sympathetic dominance. So you're going to end up in an excited state. So make sure if you've got a playlist, you can always put on something that's a little bit softer, a little bit more relaxing, and that will help as well re-establish that parasympathetic dominance. So the reason we want to do that is because that decreases levels of cortisol, decreases levels of stress hormone, and that way we can recover faster. So hope this has been useful. Definitely build yourself a recovery routine. Like I said, doing one of these things is better than doing none of these things. So just take one part maybe, focus on doing that. Spend 10-15 minutes at the end of your workout working through some of this stuff. It should only take about that long. Thanks for watching.